The granddaddy of them all turned out to be a grand old disappointment here in Pasadena for the Badgers. Two ranked teams, a rivalry, a conference title up for grabs, you name it, and this game has it. So the comfort from home has been nice. The Packers have played well. Now they hit the road for two straight, though, starting next week in Kansas City. There's no question that Jonathan Taylor is the centerpiece to this Wisconsin offense. But what about who's under center? When you play this many holes in one day, do you keep track of your score? Do you guys kind of just... Sometimes it can take until halftime for all 14,000 students to fill this section. What's your 40 time?
4.52.
4.52? What do you think mine is?
Maybe a 5.5.
5.5. 5.5. I was going for sub 6, so... After firing Mike McCarthy last night after that loss to the Cardinals right here at home, but what that means is there's an immediate search for the team's next head coach. What does this building, Bob Souter's Ice Arena, what does that mean to you?
I mean, I get goosebumps still when I see it, when people write about it or talk about it.
Let me just show you. This is a really cool part of Los Angeles. It's the Sports and Entertainment District, wedged in between the Staples Center and Microsoft Theater. Well, down here in Miami, let me tell you, we had to go out of our way multiple times today to reapply sunscreen. Okay, it was a hassle. The obvious scouting report on playing Wisconsin this season is to contain Ethan Happ, and rightfully so. He's been named the Big Ten Player of the Week 3 straight times here to open the season. For every three-pointer the Bucks make on their home floor this season, they will also plant a new tree in Wisconsin. There might be a new forest by the time this is all said and done. After a lackluster loss in Los Angeles last week, the Packers return to a wintry Lambeau Field and get the job done. Well, George, not only is it my first Rose Bowl, it's my first ever time to California. Los Angeles has all of the glitz, all of the glamour. As for Rose Bowl Stadium itself, Barry Alvarez says it best, it is one of the greatest sports spectacles ever, and I agree with that. Well, George, the Wisconsin football team will play in their biggest game of the season tomorrow, but this isn't just a business trip for them, but for the UW Marching Band. They've been preparing out here in Los Angeles for the last few days for their biggest performances of the season between the Rose Parade and the game.
Alumni talk about this a lot, and we get to do it now, and that's really special.
It's a remarkable legacy around here. We have a lot of legacy within our own band. But it's crazy to be able to come and be a part of something down here like that.
Honestly, the best part is just getting to do this with all the people I love so much. You know, we've been together since August working on these shows. And now we're on this huge stage and we get a chance to show it off, and it's really special.
There is a hint of nervousness because there are so many people that watch that parade, and so I want everything to be just right. Right for the university, right for all of the supporters of Wisconsin, so that when they see our band go down the street, that they see something that's really, really top-notch.
It wouldn't be a summer on the links without another marathon round from Alec Ausmus.
4.
The 14-year-old from Middleton continues to push his limits. Last summer, he played 108 holes in one day. This year, 126 is his target, all to raise money for the first tee of South Central Wisconsin's Learning Center.
We were going to try to do $6,000, which I think we've passed that already. So, yeah, we've been really doing well.
Except this summer, he isn't doing it alone. He asked his 3 friends to join for a combined total of 400 holes in one day. When you play this many holes in one day, do you keep track of your score? Do you guys kind of just...
I think we are today. You know, we really wanted to just see, you know, the ridiculous number that we're going to come up with for strokes on the day.
We're definitely going to get past that. We've already done 240 combined right now, so... yeah, we're good.
They started at 5:30 in the morning with glow-in-the-dark golf balls. And as the day got brighter, so did their game.
Oh yeah, let's go. Just to hang out with each other and do what we love most, golf.
The ultimate goal is to raise money for other kids. And these kids have found a fun way to do it. In Middleton, Alec Ausmus for 27 Sports.
Let's
At a Wisconsin football game at Camp Randall Stadium, you'll see the UW marching band. Likely a Jonathan Taylor touchdown leading the way in a Badgers win. But you may also notice a huge section of the stadium that seems empty at opening kickoff, the student section.
A lot of people would love to have our issues. We've got a student section that sells out season tickets for 27 straight years.
Brian Lucas is the director of football brand management at the UW and knows firsthand that there is no shortage of students coming to Camp Randall on game day.
Let's go! We have a great problem, if you want to call it that, in that we have 14,000 kids trying to get into these seats.
A great problem that can create a great human traffic jam.
Here we go, Madison, Wisconsin!
Moments away from opening kickoff, and we are outside Camp Randall Stadium where thousands of students are in line trying to get into the game. Camp Randall has 10 total gates. 9 of them are for the fans to enter the stadium, and just 1 for the students. Gate 5 on the northwest side.
I mean, we all show up at game time, like not before. At kickoff, everybody comes.
We get in here at earliest kickoff, if not later.
If not later. I mean, the lines are long, for sure.
Gate 5 has 12 chutes for students in line to enter the stadium and get through security. When most show up at the same time, a bottleneck forms outside the gate.
The safety matters, obviously. But we're all going in at the same time. Like,
once we get in, it's chaos.
Yeah.
Why? What is the chaos part?
Well, because you're trying, if you don't go in with like your same group of friends, you're trying to figure out like what section they're in.
You don't know, we didn't even know where they were 2 seconds ago.
When students are inside the stadium, they go up a level and wait at the entrance of their section. That gets backed up while students ahead of them are filed into the stadium row by row to fit roughly 14,000 students. That can take until almost halftime. The university knows they can't force their students to show up to the game sooner, but they are working on improving digital scanning ticket capabilities that they believe can save some time for the students.
So those might be small changes that might, pick up a couple seconds here and there, but again, when you're talking about thousands of people, a couple of seconds per person maybe have a great impact.
Camp Randall Stadium is an iconic venue in college football that fills up with passionate fans, regardless of when exactly they can get to their seats.
If the student section doesn't work first quarter, it's going to work the rest of the game. That's all I got to say.
At Camp Randall Stadium, Alec Ausmus for 27 News.